This is my Star Wars film I did in '78 when I was my Star Wars phase. And of course, that's what's called the Further Adventures of R2D2 and C3PO. I did this film, like I said, I was in my Star Wars phase, and I used a lot of old figures I had made ahead of time. Well, this is the only time I had ever cheated. This was a model kit, and I'm not too proud about it. And this is one I made myself, C3PO right here. But like I said, there was at one time in the late '70s, Starlog magazine had a short film search contest. It started in '78, and this was during a time when there was videotape, but it was very expensive, the VCRs, and I don't know if it had the camcorders or something like that, but these were filmmakers just like me using regular movie film, Super 8 or 60 millimeter. Anybody could enter. So I had this film made, and I decided to enter it. And this was sort of like using the robots as in one of the little, sort of like a little story within themselves, really meeting all kinds of strange aliens. And like I said, these were all figures that I made for other films. This is inspired by Ray Harryhausen, you know. And just decided to use them in this film, just being there bothering the robots. And here's another one I used. This one kind of was inspired by Jack Kirby, the stone creatures or something. Oh, here comes the stormtroopers. Now I must have made about 5 or 6 stormtroopers in this at the time, and one of them is a GI Joe. Can you figure out which one it is? You know, I would have liked to put Star Wars music on here, but for some reason, the power director wouldn't want to put it on. So here we're going to try again, this time with no music, and I'm just trying to do a commentary. Well, here comes big bad Darth Vader right here. I'm not too proud of Darth Vader right here. He's choking him right here. Give me a little information. He can't tell. Here we go, a little rip off from the first one, first Star Wars movie. Like it kills him right here. And he orders the stormtrooper to look for the droids. This in a way, doing a story with the droids, I kind of like, this was sort of like, kind of predates the Saturday morning cartoons when they did the story, cartoon series called Droids. And I never looked at it because I never looked at Saturday morning television. I hated Saturday morning television. And like I said, these are a lot of little figures that I had before. They're taking on the stormtrooper, boom, right in the face, right here. And just a little fun right here, just shooting a little blast. One survived right here. Yeah. And all these figures are made out of paper. People call it paper mache, but I really don't want to call it traditional paper mache, really, because I use a little soft cardboard, all sorts of paper I would use, but I never use I think what they will use is flour. I never used that really. This is about the end of the film right here, and I wish I told you this is my Star Wars phase. I never did it anymore. When I did make a C3PO, no R2D2 a while back. And it was a little more for animated, but it wasn't really that good right here. So in the end, right here, I only hope this will be uploaded. And here's the dogs and the cats right here. I always like to film them. They're always out there with me. I don't know what that was. It must be a bear or something. But hope you enjoy it. It is a very old film. I didn't have a camera. I shot one frame, and it's kind of jerky, but that was the old days of